Hello, fake class that I am teaching to. So today we are going to be completing, let me write this fast, the square. And the problem I have chosen is x squared minus 2x equals 8. Now, in order to complete the square, we have to have a perfect square trinomial on the left of our equation. So on the left of the equal sign. And the formula, or the equation for completing the square is ax squared plus bx plus c. So you can see that we are missing equals whatever number is on the right of the equal sign. So you can see that we are missing, the variable we are missing in this equation is c. So in order to find c, we have to figure out the relationship between bx and c, because that's the only way to do it. So, well, maybe there are other ways. Okay, anyway, the relationship between b and c is going to be bx divided by 2 squared. So in order to figure out what this is, we are going to take the number b and divide that by 2. So negative 2 divided by 2 is going to be negative 1. And negative 1 squared is 1. So now we have found our c. So x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 8. And of course, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So you add 1 to this 8, and now you have x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 9. So now we have our perfect square trinomial, and we can factor it out. So what I do to factor it out into parentheses in order to apply the square root property is I do ax squared plus c. So factors of 1, and this works for all perfect square trinomials, factors of 1 that equal negative 2. So sometimes this can be complicated, but since these are smaller numbers, they have less factors. And so factors of 1, we have 1 and 1 and 1 and negative 1. So it's pretty straightforward. But since this is a negative 2, it's going to be negative 1 and, oh, sorry, my bad. This would be negative 1 and 1. Just scratch this out. Because 1 and negative 1 is negative 1, not 1. So we have x minus 1. So you take these two numbers. This is going to be your coefficient in the problem, and this is going to be your variable. So because x squared, you have x, and you have your 2 minus 1, so you have x minus 1 and x minus 1. So we're going to go ahead and combine that in order to create your in order to use the property of square roots, but this is just a way to pull it out. So we have x squared, x minus 1 squared, there we go, so equals 9. So the square root property, we will square root this side and square root this side, or square this side and square that side, in order to take the square root of, my bad, to get x minus 1 equals positive or negative 3. And now you can just solve it like a regular algebraic expression, and you'll get x minus 1 equals positive 3 and x minus 1 equals negative 3. So you can plus the 1 on this side, plus the 1 on this side. You get x equals negative 2. And plus the 1 on this side, plus the 1 on this side, you get x equals 4. And so the two solutions to this problem, x squared minus 2x equals 8, is x equal, I'll just go ahead and write it like this, negative 2 and 4. The end.